There are 7 alkaline forming superfoods you absolutely need if you want to cleanse your kidneys from dangerous acidity. If you have kidney problems, excess acid in the blood is a condition as serious as common. Luckily, the 7 superfoods I have with me today are not just full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients, they will also help detox your body from excess acid. Okay, today's video is going to be full of surprises. There are foods I've never talked about before. There are foods with incredible health benefits. Okay, enough said. Let's start immediately. Let's see it. What it is in the number 7. Let's see what's inside. Tofu! Okay, tofu is a really great alternative to meat for people with kidney problems. Tofu not only tastes really good, especially if you grill it like you would grill meat or chicken. Tofu also contains several anti-inflammatory, antioxidant phytochemicals, making it a great addition to an anti-inflammatory diet. And it's alkaline forming. It won't be on today's top 7 otherwise. Actually, tofu scores a minus 0.8 on the PROL system, meaning that it will remove some acid from the body. More about how this works in a moment. However, a minus 0.8 score is not as great as some of the next superfoods, but we should also consider that tofu is a protein source, a great protein source actually. Now, meat, poultry, and other protein sources are probably the most acidic part of your diet if you are avoiding junk foods. Meat and poultry are around plus 7 or 8 on the PROL system, so they add a lot of acid to your metabolism. This means that if you use tofu to replace meat in your diet, you are going to remove a lot of acid from your kidneys. A lot more than what the minus 0.8 PROL would suggest. Also, tofu is very rich in 2 minerals you absolutely want in your diet. Calcium to protect your bones and iron to fight fatigue. But also low in 2, you don't need potassium and phosphorus. This makes tofu really great for you. Tofu is so healthy that there are researchers proving that replacing meat with tofu will actually improve your kidney health. And you can also grill it. You can bake it, you can make it crispy. Tofu can be very appetizing if cooked the right way. Just remember to always choose non-GMO tofu. Okay, time for our number 6 now. But let's make this more interesting. Let's play a game. I have a question for you guys. The food in this bag is a very peculiar food, right? It's a nut. Now, nuts are generally slightly acid forming, but the food in this bag is not, because it's the only nut in the world with an alkaline forming effect on the body. So answer this question. Which nut is the only one which will make your body more alkaline? Walnut, cashew, almond, or pecan? Okay guys, you have 10 seconds to think about the answer and write it down in comment section. Let's play. Okay, the answer is in this bag. Let's play. Right. Are you ready? The only nut with an alkaline forming effect on the body is almonds. Unlike other nuts such as pecans, cashews, and walnuts, almonds are generally alkaline forming, and they also have other impressive benefits. The monounsaturated fatty acids and omega-3 fatty acids almonds contain can protect the heart and can keep you feeling full between meals. Actually, almonds are known to be the best friends of people wanting to lose weight because eating almonds moderately as a part of a healthy diet will make you lose weight even faster without having to eat less calories. Yes, this is almost considered a miracle by most dietitians. Now, if these impressive benefits are not enough, consider that almonds are one of the best sources of magnesium you can find. This is really important because about 68% of US adults are below the recommended daily dose of magnesium. It's a very common deficiency which can cause high blood pressure. So yes, eating these small nuts can make your body less acidic, can help you lose weight, and can even fight high blood pressure. Impressive! Now guys, this is a top 7 of alkaline foods, alright? So I rank the foods based on the PRAL score, very important for us. PRAL actually means potential renal acid load. This number tells us exactly how much workload are the foods we eat going to put on the kidneys in a term of acid load. It helps us understand how alkaline forming or acid forming a food is. Some foods are acid forming and they have a positive number. Usually, meat and dairy are the foods that add most acid and most workload to the kidneys. Grains and nuts are in the middle because they're slightly acid forming, but almonds are an exception, as we will see. Almonds have a PRAL score of minus 2.1, meaning that they actually remove stress from the kidneys, because clearly the lower the PRAL score, the better. Now, some other foods have an even lower PRAL score. Great! Do you want to see them? I bet the next will be a surprise for a lot of you guys. Let's see it. Papaya! Papaya! Wow, a tropical fruit! I love them! And papaya is maybe my favorite. It's really tasty and also incredibly healthy. First of all, this fruit contains an enzyme called papain, which can help digestion and also is considered a remedy for constipation and other symptoms of irritable which can help digestion and also is considered a remedy for constipation and other symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. Papayas also have a powerful antioxidant effect, very important to fight kidney problems. The carotenoids this fruit contains are so potent they have been studied on people with diabetes and found out to reduce the oxidative stress. Amazing! Now, papayas are also rich in lycopene, an antioxidant which fights cholesterol oxidation and boasts heart-protecting properties. These benefits make papayas very healthy for your heart and for your kidneys. Okay, time for the big question now. Can people with kidney problems eat papaya? We know that many doctors forbid people with kidney problems from eating all tropical fruits because of the potassium or maybe the glycemic index. But these restrictions may not apply to papayas because, listen to this, 100 grams or about one slice of this very big papaya contains just about 180 milligrams of potassium. That's less potassium than what an apple contains, which is not a lot, really. And papayas may also be suitable for diabetics, especially in small amounts, because despite their sweet taste, their glycemic index is 59, which is moderate. So you can for sure have a slice a day, maybe even 2 of this delicious fruit. But remember to always talk to your doctor before including any new food to your diet, okay? This is the safest thing to do. And did you know that the seeds of this fruit are not just edible but even healthy? And Papaya has a stunning -3.2 on the PRAL score. Another great reason to add this fruit to your diet. Yummy! But I have 4 other foods even more alkaline to show you. Number 4. Let's see it. Red radish. Red radish, also known as pink radish or Raphanus sativus. Have you ever heard about this radish? This is a not so common food which is not just perfectly suitable for an alkaline kidney diet. It even has some powerful health benefits. First of all, it is very alkaline. It scores a substantial -3.7 on the PRAL system. Yes, this small radish is going to remove a lot of acid from the body. But also, these radishes are known for their detoxing effect, thanks to their diuretic properties. Red radishes may even help heal inflammations and burning sensations you can feel both during digestion and during urination by inhibiting at the same time infections of the kidneys. If this isn't enough, consider that red radish is lower in potassium than many other radishes. Just 135 milligrams per half cup of sliced radishes, or about 60 grams. This means that a single one of these radishes has about 10 milligrams of potassium. Yes, you should be able to eat how many of these you want. Radishes are especially tasty if eaten raw, in salads or sliced and added to a sandwich, or even grated and added to a slaw. They will give some zest to your meals thanks to the sulfur compounds they contain. When preparing radishes, don't toss the green parts. Radish greens are delicious and healthy and alkaline. Okay, now you may ask, does it really matter if what we eat is alkaline or acidic? Well, the alkaline diet was all the rage some years ago. It was widely purported as one of the healthiest diets in the world. It was said to be able to cure a wide array of diseases, including cancer. But unfortunately, some of these benefits are now almost disproven, at least for the general population. This is because foods you eat only influence the pH of your urine and not of your blood. In fact, nothing you eat is going to substantially change the pH of your blood. Your kidneys should work to keep that level constant, and it's a lot of work for the kidneys. You see where I'm getting at? The alkalizing or acidifying effects of foods on your body may not directly affect the pH of your blood if your kidneys are perfectly working. But what happens when your kidneys are not working at 100%? Well, your body starts to become more and more acidic. This is called metabolic acidosis, and it's a very common condition for people with kidney problems. This happens because impaired kidneys cannot remove excess acid you get from foods and discard it through the urine, alright? So, this acid will eventually get into your blood. Not good. And this will eventually overburden your kidneys. So, to recap, the alkaline plant-based diet is healthy for the general population, but not miraculously healthy as it is for people with kidney problems. Eating alkaline will greatly decrease the burden on your kidneys and help your overall health. It's a true detox, especially if you also include the next superfoods. Because we're in the top 3 now. These foods are not just alkaline forming, they also have some incredible kidney repairing properties. Number 3 is, let's see it. Carrots. I can't believe I never talked about carrots before. You see, carrots contain a bit too much potassium for me to really love them, but they have so many benefits for the kidneys. First of all, they're full of beta-carotene. Beta-carotene, the water-soluble form of vitamin A in carrots, helps the kidneys filter toxins out of the blood and prevent urinary tract infections, according to several studies. In particular, an animal study published in a respectable journal found that beta-carotene reduced inflammation and helped repair damage to kidney filtering structures known as tubules. Researchers noted that beta-carotene work at the genetic level to inhibit two different genes that promote inflammation in the kidneys. Incredible! But there's more! Carrots contain a high concentration of pectin, a form of soluble fiber responsible for the characteristic gel-like consistency of jams, jellies, and preserves. A different animal study found that pectin was more effective as a diuretic and at managing symptoms of kidney failure than other commonly used diuretics. Pectin even decreased levels of creatinine, the main indicator of kidney function. Researchers concluded that pectin shows potential as a natural therapy option for treatment of chronic kidney failure. Amazing! Okay, wait. There is the need for further studies to determine if these benefits extend to humans. But carrots are still very healthy. And do you want to know what pro score carrots have? It's an amazing -4.9. Okay, before starting to eat carrots at every meal, also consider this. Carrots have a medium-high potassium content. A single medium-sized carrot contains around 200 milligrams of potassium. It's the same potassium you will get from a medium-sized apple, but it's coming from a smaller vegetable. But it may still be worth it, as we have seen. Just don't eat 1 pound of them per day. And if you think carrots are healthy, you still haven't seen what our number 2 can do. Number 2, let's see it. Fresh turmeric. Turmeric is definitely one of the healthiest superfoods on the planet. Actually, turmeric is more than a superfood. It has been used as a medicine for centuries to treat wounds, infections, colds, and liver disease. Today, scientific sources have shown that the reason why it works so well to heal your body is curcumin, a compound in turmeric with potent anti-inflammatory properties. And I've often recommended to supplement curcumin to get these benefits. Kidney disease is a pathology with a big inflammatory effect, so anything that can help you with inflammation will also help you with kidney disease. But turmeric is also a food. You can find it fresh in supermarkets and grocery stores. As a food, you can peel it and grate it on egg dishes or marinades, for example. Or you can slice it very thinly and add it to your salads. And if you like smoothies as much as I do, consider that you can use turmeric in any smoothie that calls for ginger. Fresh turmeric is also incredibly alkaline forming. Its pro score is a magnificent -6.5, meaning that even a small quantity will help. Now, what you absolutely need to know about turmeric is that black pepper is actually its best friend. Piperine, a compound found in black pepper, is not just healthy, it is known to enhance the absorption of curcumin, the active ingredient of turmeric, by up to 2000%. So, combining turmeric with pepper will magnify the healing and anti-inflammatory properties of this superfood. Okay, time for the kidney health tips of the day. How to eat more alkaline. 1. If a food tastes acidic, it doesn't mean it has an acid-forming effect on the body. Some very notable examples include lemons and kiwis. These two foods were actually supposed to be part of this top 7, but I've decided not to include them to show you some more interesting and healthy choices. So let me know if you found out about something new today and if you're going to try these foods. But lemons and kiwis are also very healthy for you, actually. 2. Drinking a glass of lemon water first thing in the morning may be a great way to say good morning to your kidneys with a very alkaline forming drink. 3. Use spices, especially if they can help you avoiding salt or sugar. My favorite include parsley, basil, rosemary, ginger, and obviously turmeric. But you can't really go wrong with spices. They're almost always really alkaline forming. 4. Following an alkaline plant-based diet is one of the very best ways of detoxing your kidneys. This works because keeping the right acid-alkaline balance is surprisingly difficult for impaired kidneys. The standard Western diet is mostly acidic and that puts a lot of burden on the kidneys. But you can help them if you eat the foods of today's video and avoid junk foods. 5. And most of all, eat a lot of green vegetables. Almost all grains are alkaline forming, but some more than others. Do you want to see the number 1 of today's video? And number 1 is arugula, or wild rocket, as they're starting to call it in the US. Less known in the alkaline circles than spinach or kale, arugula is one of the healthiest alkaline superfoods in the world. And when I say superfood, I really mean it. Arugula boasts cancer-fighting, cholesterol-lowering, antioxidant, and detoxing properties. And even if it's less popular than spinach and kale, arugula is probably a lot healthier than these two if you have kidney problems. The reason is potassium. If you look at the nutrition values of kale, we can see that half cup or 35 grams of kale has 160 milligrams of potassium. Spinach is even worse. A 1 cup or 30 grams serving size has 170 milligrams of potassium. And you have to cook spinach. So 1 cup is going to become a really small portion. Now arugula is totally different. Half cup or about 35 grams of this incredible veggie only contains around 105 milligrams of potassium. And you only eat arugula raw, so a cup is not going to shrink down to a tablespoon. This makes arugula one of the few greens people with kidney disease can really eat with abandon. Arugula also offers something none of the more known greens. It has a distinctive pleasant flavor all its own, even before you dress it. So, make it a regular on your table if you still haven't. Do you want to know how alkaline this superfood is? Arugula has an incredible PRAL score of -7.9. Time to try it! And I really hope the information in this video will be able to help you. A new video is coming next Friday as usual. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe and set the notification bell to all. In the meantime, keep taking good care of your kidneys and be good to yourself. This is all for today. Thank you for watching.